For this year, Meeple University's best thematic game is presented by
Tarrant Falcke.
Stella Jahja.
Hey man, where were you at the restaurant? Isn't your shift meant to be today?
It was, but I was a bit too busy with my side hustle. I'll be fine. They won't fire me for missing one day of work.
Oh yeah? Did you finally get that record deal?
Not yet, but I've got some very promising gigs lined up, so soon.
Groovy man. I wish I had the energy to look for a gig. Just so tired after working over and over at the restaurants. Or donating blood for some bucks. Or humanity, that is.
Do you need some candy? Helps me with energy.
Ooh, sure. Nothing's like candies to make me feel happy. You made a good rock star, Tarrant.
You made a good waitress.
Thank you or not thank you? So what is Rockart 1977 is about, and why is it our top thematic game of 2024?
Yeah, it's a worker placement game, and it is a game where you're trying to go from being a struggling musician working bad jobs on the side up to the point where you're performing stadium shows.
Ditching your job and then get fired from your old job that you don't like anyway, and then performing on stages.
Yep, so it's all about taking worker placement actions to get record deals, to play small shows that give you reputation or things like that, write songs, all the things that you need to go to bigger and better performances, and then also go to the late night hangout spots where you get some bonuses, and there's a set collection element in there where you're trying to get essentially partying icons.
Yes.
So there's romance icons, and there's things like that.
So this is really close to the industry with what we showed at the start there, with waitering to earn money at the start. And the other thing is to donate blood. That actually gives you money as well. I was just laughing my head off when I found out about, okay, you can donate blood and you can earn money, and defying the law of medicines that you can just keep doing that.
Yes, that's the all-purpose. Any game like this is going to have an all-purpose action that lets you get money, which you need. And so in this case, they've taken it to a really dingy place with donating blood as being the way you do that. They could have done busking or playing on the street corner and hoping people throw nickels your way, but no, they went for donating blood, which felt more in line with the theme they're going for, which is that crazy rock and roll lifestyle theme.
Well, not only the actions are thematic, but the components as well. This place called markers in the shape of like guitar
picks.
Thank you. Money, candies. I mean, it's not really candies. Play boards looks like an amp. So the actions are to do with building your music career, as Tarrant said, from radio station, hire publicists, hire crew, getting record deal, negotiate your record deal and your royalty payment as payment, and playing gigs from the low level to the bigger ones as you grow, reputations, crew, and other stuff.
I think when we look at this game, there's probably people who turned off in anger or yelling. It's like, this isn't thematic. We are Eurogamers at heart. So for me, a best thematic game is one where the Euro mechanisms work well with the theme that's in play. And there are some really clever things here. Sort of the worker placement twist is that there's 3 parts to the day. There's a day, a night, and a late night or an after hours, which have different thematically appropriate actions in each. And it makes the turn order quite an important part as well, because if you can go earlier, then you're going to have the most choice of actions in all 3 of the next phases. And how you get that turn order is then based on how hard you partied the previous night, and how good the late night action you did the previous night will determine how early you go next time. So it's little things like that that really hold the game together in a very clever theme. And I think it's kind of the case these days. I mean, this is a relatively straightforward worker placement game, and when you get into the hobby board gaming space, you do kind of feel like that sort of game has been left behind a bit because it's not a new mechanism per se. You don't get that many of the big popular games that are just straight worker placement types of games. The ones that do really well are the ones that have really fun themes behind them. And I think that's why this has been a very popular one through the year.
And the existence of candy as resource in this game is really, really fun. I mean, the money looks like dollar bills, like with scribbles on them. And the candy is the best part.
Yeah, they've done a good, PG-13 rated version of making this component, which a rock star in the 70s would frequently consume and then have a hit of energy. And the mechanism goes that when you do that, there is a chance that the more times you do it, there's a chance you're going to crash in the morning and lose an action the next day. So, I mean, it's pretty clear what it's intended to represent, but they do that in a really nice, playful way,
Absolutely.
which I think adds to a lot of the fun.
And the designer is Jahja, which is a member of the Runaways.
Yes, a band from the late 70s, which also included Joan Jett, who went on to her career, while Fox has gone into a different career path, which included an appearance on Jeopardy back in the day.
There you go, and designing board game. How cool is that? So that's it. If you like the sounds of romance, candy, and rock and roll, then there's Rockart 1977.